Come millennials and younger, gather around. We're going to talk about the 90s and the great movie magic.
Practical Magic, starring
Yes,
Sandra Bullock.
and Nicole
Yeah,
Kidman.
both of them together, finally. You
And
love this movie,
I
don't you?
love this movie. And I was really surprised when you told me that you had never seen it.
Yeah, or if I had, I completely forgot most of it.
I was so excited. I saw this video or interview with Nicole Kidman where she said that they were making practical magic, and we found there's a trailer even.
Yeah, the sequel, Practical Magic 2.
Practical, yeah.
So you watch the trailer, and the new trailer, I don't think a lot of it's going to make sense unless you've seen the first movie. Because even like the musical cues, like you put the lime in the coconut, is
Yeah.
like referencing, I guess, is it a tequila scene? What are they drinking? It's
Margaritas. Yeah,
margaritas.
you see the aunties making margaritas magically. And the girls are like, margarita time, and they run downstairs.
What makes it magic? What's a magic margarita?
Well, they went like this and it started blending in the blender.
Oh, okay, okay. So self-blending
Well,
margaritas.
they used magic to put all the ingredients in and everything. You didn't watch that?
Whatever's in the bottle label says Diablo, so you know it's good.
Well, no. So that was the tequila the guy was drinking
Uh-huh.
when he kidnapped them.
The bad guy.
Let's start over with this story. So, Practical Magic is a story about sisters who are raised magical. There is a curse that's put on their family by the matriarch of the family that they will never feel the pain of love again. They're or they will never be scorched with love or something like that. So basically, anybody that they love ends up dying.
Yeah, so that's definitely not feeling the pain of love. Just avoid it entirely through death.
Yes, just avoid it. And so one girl was like, I never want to love.
Mhm.
And then the other one was like, I cannot wait to love.
So what was the Sandra Bullock's the one who doesn't plan on loving.
Right.
And her system for this is that she's going to put together a list of qualities in a man that would be impossible to fulfill. Therefore, she'll never fall in love.
Yeah, like flipping pancakes in the air.
Yeah, or having a green and blue eye.
Yeah.
That's how she realizes the guy that she does fall in love
Being
with.
able to ride a horse backwards.
Yeah, all these things that the guy eventually can do. But on the way to meeting the right guy in the movie, she does marry and have kids with another guy.
Yeah.
So she's a single mom, but a really romantic version of a single mother, like the widowed kind.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, the Nicole Kidman character, she goes out just trying to be a free, wanting to just love over and over again.
Attracting the wrong kind of guy.
The wrong guys. And one of them is this guy that is an unknown actor to us, but reminds me of Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. Well, they call the character Bulgarian a couple times in the movie.
Well, so he ends up being a real bad guy.
He's trying to brand her.
One the police even want to find.
Yeah.
And he was drinking that tequila to bring this around. And that tequila was they were like starting to like channel what he was saying and things that he would say, and that's how the sisters knew that this tequila was bad news.
Right. So they this guy kidnaps them, then they kill the guy with belladonna. They're just trying to put him to sleep, but they use too much. And then they feel bad about it, so they're gonna do some magic to bring him back to life. But then he's like a creepy corpse monster, so they kill him again and bury him in the rose garden. Problem solved.
You would think.
You would think, but then the sheriff, they're in Massachusetts, but a sheriff from Tucson, Arizona shows up. Is like, hey, I'm on the trail of this bad guy. You wouldn't happen to, that's his car out front. You wouldn't happen to know where he is. Which I was like, this is such a poorly thought out crime that they've committed.
Right. They weren't thinking, you know, it was kind of like they were going to put him to sleep.
Yeah.
And then leave him. And that was going to be it.
Yeah. These witches are just lazy. Can you imagine like murdering somebody and then be like, well, just bury him in the front yard and leave the car out there? No one will ever know. But it is wild to me too that the sheriff came in from out of state and was like, hey, there's been a whole series of women being murdered and left on the side of the road branded by this guy.
And she still had her mark from where he hit her. So, you know, and he even said, when did he do that to you? She said 3 days ago. So in 3 days' time, that guy had read the letter 1,000 times
right.
that the sister sent to the other sister, a very personal letter, mind you. And it drew him to them, to that address from the letter.
No, if that's not practical magic, I don't know what is.
This movie, we're probably not telling it well, but I was enchanted by it. And I could tell that you were really riveted and that you were enjoying the movie, whether you enjoyed it for the same reasons they intended or not.
Yeah. It's a beautiful looking movie. It's shot on film. It's in this, very scenic part of, I assume, Massachusetts where they're filming it. And, lovely score by Alan Silvestri. It's very much movie magic. And then also practical magic. But I think I've said this already. A lot of their problems were self-inflicted. All the conflict and things they have to deal with over the course of the movie are mostly because they're not just stopping to take a breath and think about, oh, should we or should we not try to bring this corpse back to life, for example.
And the aunties were trying to get them to be more responsible with their magic.
Yeah.
But also realized they had to just let them figure it out themselves and clean up their own mess.
Yeah, I guess that's why they leave for just a huge part of the movie.
They do, yeah, because they're like, all right, you did this mess, you clean it up.
But see you later.
I do want to say that the Nicole Kidman character was more of the free spirit, like going to leap first and worry about where you land later. And Sandra Bullock was not. She had this like really vulnerable moment when her husband died that she did want her aunties to bring him back, but then realized that this is not something you can do. And she tried to talk Nicole Kidman's character out of bringing this guy back to life.
Yeah. Do you relate more strongly to one of these sisters than the other? Do you see yourself in these characters at all?
I don't see myself in these characters. I mean,
maybe your haircut.
My haircut. I don't know. That's not really something that I identified with, but I thought that it was really entertaining. I really loved the way the movie was put together. It felt whimsical. It took you from one memory or story to the next, and there was love, there was loss, there was sisterhood and camaraderie.
Yeah, it's got the whole emotional spectrum for sure.
They were kind of exiled from the community, and then the community kind of joined in with them, embracing them. And towards the end, it kind of seemed like, they were out of the broom closet and completely embraced by society.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen Practical Magic, I mean, it's time. Go check it out. There's a new movie coming out in September, so you want to be ready for that.
And there was it was based on a novel.
There's been a whole, by Alice Hoffman. There's been a whole series, like it turned into its own franchise. So I don't know if the new movie's based on the actual sequel novel, because there is one. But are you interested in that? Do you want to check out the books?
I'm interested in it. I would definitely check those books out.
Okay.
And it will be interesting to see where the next story goes, if it's addressing the curse that was put on the family where everyone they love dies, or if it is some kind of offshoot of how the magic grows in the family.
Yeah, I predict more dead boyfriends. That's what I think is going to be going on here.
And it stars one of the kids in the Karate Kid sequel.
Oh yeah, that boy, one of the karate experts.
Yeah, he dated Ralph Macchio's daughter in the series.
I'm picturing him.
Okay.
That's it. Anything else?
Check it out.
Check it out. Smash like on the video. Subscribe to the channel.
Or else you'll never see us again.